Okay, time for game 2 of the SAWBBL season. After a successful first game, let's see how the next one went. It is a glorious sunny day in Swindon, and so we were rewarded with some sweltering heat. My new logo didn't come out very well on this one. I think there's some yellow writing in there, but that's done really badly. And even King Louis himself is looking a bit on the faded side, which is a bit sad, but there we go. Now, this is against Ginger Noob and his Halflings. He's going to be videoing it as well, but I thought I'd get it out there first. So yeah, using the load setup function, I now have a block gorilla, which is pretty cool because he rolled a double. They don't normally get general access, but that was happy days. Apart from that, no skills at the moment, and against a skillless halfling team. Immediately the weather changed to nice, which is a bit disappointing. You know, like a bit of sweltering heat, even though it can spoil a game. Touchback, so the ball on him. And immediately my players start leaving the pitch, as monkeys are wont to do. So first turn he manages to sort of make a substantial cage, lots of halflings around the ball, and so I'm not too worried about not being able to get there. I just set up a 3 dice block, I managed to pow, and then just base a few players, while the big guy manages to take down his tree man. He allows me to push back rather than standing firm, so I use the grab and stick him out of the way, but he's also stunned, so definitely out of the way. So he immediately goes for the throw and scores, which is fine. I wasn't too worried about him going for the throw teammate. It gives me sort of 7 turns to score back, and it's always quite fun, and it's also very likely to go wrong. So on his I'm gonna try and score quickly again. You know, just lots of high scoring shenanigans against halflings. It's fine. I should be able to stop him from scoring, and also it should be a bit of a star player point fest. Halflings can be quite deadly when they've got lots of inducements, lots of star players. But if they've only got the chef and the chef misfired completely, didn't take any rerolls at all, then it should just be a case of managing to win, basically. So his tree roots throws a player over who manages to land. And then he's going to get some players in the way. This is quite a nice bit of play here, I suppose, in that he's going to put a player in the way here who I'll need to blitz out of the way, but he's also going to tag my player, so that, and you can only blitz once a turn, so I'm either going to have to dodge away or delay scoring. So he dodges through there, gets the player in there, and he was actually coming in for the 1 dice blitz as well, so he's going for the dodge out and the blitz. So I'm not in any particular rush to score, so I just beat up his players a bit, except for this guy who's nails. So I think I get 9 dice on him, maybe 12, and no power was there at all, and very little block. Yeah, the jungle VIP up the top is failing to beat up this guy. So then he dodges out, gets this guy away from the sidelines, which is fine. He was going to get surf next turn, but basically I'm gonna score. So the chimp goes through, wrestles the player down, and then score in that many turns. So what happens next? Some stuff. So he retrieves the ball. So they've got a high kick. So no one's had to pick the ball up yet because we've had 2 touchbacks and a high kick catch. So that's cool. So this time I'm putting going to put a bit of pressure on the ball. 2 players back this time for the throw teammate. I'd rather he didn't do another throw teammate. Both trees rooted in this game, in this turn, which is nasty. So he's in a bit of trouble here, but it's whether or not I go in at he's not likely to score here. So it's whether I manage to score in my remaining turns or he manages to get through. Jungle VIP makes the go for it, but only gets the pushback on the halfling. So that's cool. So I'm just putting a bit of pressure on, and I've still got 2 players, 2 turns. So I'm going to try and put players in scoring range, and then try and turn him over. And yeah, so this isn't very good here because I left a massive gap, but they're halflings, so it's no biggie. So he removes my player, and he could just go through and blitz me if he wants to, but fails to go for it, which is good news. And then I make the go for it, make the handoff, and then here I'm just punching a few people, and then I decide to punch the tree man as well. So I get 2 assists in there, and so I get the 1 dice block, skull, but then re-roll into both down, and I've got blocks, so that's fine. And then get score, so 2-win, 2-1, and receiving the second half. So all going according to plan, which is nice. Again, no pickups required because the ball bounces onto my gorilla, who catches it, because gorillas are quite good at catching sometimes. It would have been nice for the gorilla to score. He doesn't manage to, spoiler, sadly. But yeah, so just moving forward there. Yeah, obviously I was going to go down this side, but the gorilla caught it on that side, so fine, I'll let the gorilla score if he wants to. Just going to tag some halflings over here. He knocks me down, chucks this guy in, so yeah, again, decent tactic there, just to slow down everything. Unfortunately, his tree man failed to go for it, so ended up on the floor, so this does leave a bit of a gap, but it's not a gap that I use particularly well, in that I don't manage to form any sort of a cage at all. So I'm not quite sure what I was doing here. Yeah, because I'd already moved this one in, and lots of my players were sort of tagged, which I didn't really realise until I'd moved my players. Well, wasn't playing as tightly as I might have wanted, because I've left the tree man able to blitz my gorilla, which is sad. 2 go for it and a take root pass needed, but he manages those, gets knocked down. Yeah, so lots and lots of hurt halflings. So at this stage we've got 5 out, so we've got 4 seriously injured, loads of armour breaks, which is horrible on a halflings, and just 1 badly hurt. So it's a bit of a star player fest for my guys, which is cool, which I like. So he gets a few players in, and then manages to retrieve the ball, and then goes to the throw, but fails. So I've got the ball again, and now I'm going to try it. I don't really want to score with the bonobos, so I tried to, so I failed that over there. So all I'm going to try and do now is zoom up on the other side. Tried the pass, failed. Failed the catch, which is bad on the 2+. So yeah, storming along here, and then piling through, basically. More pain. I really don't want to score with this bonobo, so I'm going to bring the chimp in here and go with the handoff. His tree man is causing trouble, which is troublesome indeed. So that was quite nice, if I say so myself. So to get away from the tree man, came round and 3 dice pushed the halfling away, and then score there. And then a fairly inconsequential finish, really. He fails the pickup. Oh, no, he didn't fail. He failed the catch, I think. And then just nothing very much happens here. No damage. So I used the Apo earlier on a dead bonobo who went to a niggle, so that was reasonable. And so no damage. And then some decent skill rolls. Got a plus move on a chimpanzee, which takes him to move 8. Got a double on the other chimp, but that's fairly useless, so I ignored it. And then block on a monkey.